Welcome back to Red Panda of Destiny, here for another episode of 1001 Songs You Must Hear Before You Die. Today, we are covering Man by Skepta, our first grime track, which I'm kind of happy about. Big fan of grime. Definitely not as popular as it should be. A lot of solid tracks, and it never really gets much traction out of the UK. Though I think things are looking up. They're getting a little bit of traction in the US, I think. That said, this is not a particularly interesting grime song. It's not a bad song. It's just kind of generic. Though I will say at least Skepta does go into some politics, which, I think is kind of essential for hip-hop. When you just talk about just nothing, it's kind of pointless. It's not. I wouldn't call this a political song, but he does mention, I think, police brutality at some point, which is kind of standard for hip-hop. Because for some reason that happens all around the world. I don't know why that's standard. It doesn't matter where you are, it still happens. But the influence by box is interesting. It says it was influenced by Regular John by Queens of the Stone Age. Now what they actually mean is it samples that song, which I guess you could say you took influence from it, but did you really when you just sampled it? I mean, then I don't know. I feel like they're being lazy at this end of the book. I mean, we've seen this a couple of times before where it's just like, here's the song they sampled, and here's a remix, which is exactly what they did here, because the influenced on song is Man by Unique and YK Jersey, the club remix. Although I would like to point out that Unique is spelled with two I's and a 3 instead of an E. Yeah, which is really stupid for marketing. Stupid is really dumb for marketing purposes because people can't say it. I know I've had that problem with some bands. It's like, wait, how do you spell that? Because if people can't spell it from hearing it, it's not going to work when people say, "Oh, Unique." Never going to find it. But yeah, I think this is a solid song. I'm just noticing this quote here, comparing this to Run DMC's cover of Walk This Way. No, that's stupid. This song does not use the guitar to any significant amount. It's there, and it certainly is part of the song, but it's a far cry from what Run DMC used to do, which is basically build a song around a riff. This song just has like some guitar chiming in it, which I suppose it is technically a riff, but it's not loud enough for me to count it. Not the way that Run DMC used riffs. But anyway, we'll be back next week with You Want It Darker by Leonard Cohen. So I guess I will leave you with a sample of Man.
You get me? Yeah! Man get money with a gang. Man get girls with a gang. Man eat food with a gang. Man talk slang so the feds can't work out what I just said to a man. Told me you was a big fan, but the first thing you said when you saw me is, can I get a pic for the...
You can hear the Queens of the Stone Age riff back there, which sounds like something from a Jimi Hendrix song. Whatever.